Welcome to the New Millennial Culture Podcast. Your hosts are Hurt Alert, Marcel Rivers, King 8, and Just Al. Every Thursday, we will bring you a piece of reality with information on Black culture, news, and sports.
Overall, fuck the Steelers. Let's start with that.
Wow. That's a fact. And okay, one more game.
Yeah.
Monday Night Football. The Patriots at the Jets. I'm rooting for Cam, man.
Fuck that. Go Jets.
You have to beat the Jets.
Go Jets.
Why are you going against the black man?
I'm not going against the black man. I don't like the Patriots.
No.
I don't like the Patriots either.
Fuck the Patriots, but Cam Newton even worse.
Yeah, listen, he's in a bad situation.
Y'all rooting for Cam Newton, the Patriots, is just like saying y'all don't want to vote for Trump, but y'all like his vice president. It sounds stupid as shit. Like, fuck that. I like Cam as a person.
I'm going for Teddy Bridgewater, Cam Newton. I'm going for I'm even going
quarterback.
for Mahomes, Wilson. Who else?
Now, I wouldn't mind if Cam Newton was to come to Cleveland. I sure wouldn't mind that.
Cam Newton coming to Cleveland would just be like OBJ coming to Cleveland. All he's gonna do is get hurt, and y'all gonna throw him under the bus. Mm-mm. And you gonna put him on the trade block, Mr. Trade all of our stars, jersey sellers. Give it 3 seasons and watch what I tell you.
No,
it's a face palm. 60,000 Americans voted for Kanye in the presidential election.
Shout out to Kanye West, man.
I mean,
a birthday party? Was that the name of it?
I don't know.
Whatever it was called.
I'll give you an example now. You got right now in Nashville, you can go to these schools on the outskirts in these suburbs, and they got classes that teach you economics and banking. Mm-hmm. But you go to these inner city schools that don't know nothing about banking. So what they gonna do? They gonna splurge. They don't got no savings account by the time they graduate. But you got all these outside kids sitting here with 700 credit by the time they walk out of school. Do you see a payday loan on each corner in the suburbs? No, but you see a payday loan in the hood. So that's them resources. That's negative resource. You put a payday on the corner because you know somebody don't know how to financially handle themselves. So instead of your councilman or your community coming together and trying to show you, you just allowing that generational to become a burden for each generation.
If one person in the organization has COVID, the whole program has to shut down, and you got to cancel that game for that week. Yeah. So like Maryland, you can't do nothing. Like the whole football program is no activity. So yeah. So we started too late to reschedule. Now, if we would have started with everybody else, like I said, their games are being rescheduled, but ours is not. And they have a different COVID policy. That's why Clemson is able to still play, because their COVID policy is the player has to be in quarantine for 10 football activity days and then has to be back active like 3 or 4 football activity days before they play again.
Yep.
So their COVID policy is way better, to be honest. But because they go by the person, that person needs to go sit out. Big Ten and Pac-12 like, no, the whole program shut down. That's a wrap. Everybody have a seat.
Now, see, that's what I consider unfair. Like, I don't care about people not playing. That's unfair. It's different conferences with different rules, but you're on everybody to the same win-loss ratio. That
exactly.
I don't agree with. That's slanted.
Yeah, that's the one thing I didn't like about basically each conference having its own rules concerning this. The NCAA should have one uniform room for everybody.
We've been saying that for years about a whole lot of things, and it's just never going to be a thing.
It's not. So I don't like it, but we have to play 6 games in order to have a Big Ten championship, and we cannot lose.
First of all, it's 11. Everybody's going to grab it. All
Of
the
course.
niggas is going to
they're
grab
11.
it. Let's start that.
He called it a gas station shoe.
That is.
Yeah.
Look, I wear
Bro,
school
that's
gas,
not. I wouldn't say all that, but
I would.
it's not a staple in the Jordan franchise.
I mean, but you gotta think, I got shoes, right? So if I'm going somewhere and I need to make a statement, I'm not like, man, them the ones I'm pulling out. Like,
yeah, no,
then it's my, you know what? If somebody catch me in motion, I want to look decent, but I'm really not sweating these shoes. Like, I would beat them the fuck up. Period.
Since you brought them up, I don't know if people was really on them. I got small feet though, so I could wear women's shoes. These women's 6s coming out are phenomenal. Like, I wish I could just upload it right here so y'all see. I swear to God, phenomenal. I'm talking about the quality, the colorway, the whole scheme. Period. And the 3's coming back. No, the 4's coming back out.
Yeah.
So,
he said 9s and 4s.
Yeah.
I'm a 6 man myself. I'm not gonna hold you. 6s is my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
6 is my favorite. I got
you can't go wrong with it.
Oh no, man.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. The 9s is comfortable in 4s.
Them 9s is nice.
Yeah, I mean they are, but I mean, like I said, I'll pick a 6 over a 9, and I'll probably pick a 3 over a 4. Me personally, just
my most comfortable shoes though is the 13s though.
Yeah,
over 6s.
I'm not gonna lie. The 6s are more comfortable than the 6. I mean, 13s are more comfortable than the 6s, but the 6s look better than me. That's my favorite shoe of all time.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I believe that it has made us, well, some people, more appreciative of your family and made certain things, made you realize what's more important, and what's concrete in your life. Because some people lost a lot this year.
Oh yeah.
And some people, they've gained a lot. It made some people hustle. Even me, it made me hustle even harder.
Me and Danielle, we see some different aspects of things. She went to a Catholic school, of course, but she learned like every religion possible. And I grew up in like Baptist, but I don't claim Baptist or anything. I just go to it just because I like the choirs. And
you said it like it's the set. Like I claim Baptist. Like that's
hey. No, I don't claim anything. But with us, Danielle gets frustrated with me because I ask a lot of questions. Like I
think you should.
I'd be like, how you know? Because how you know? Did you see it? Did you see it? She's like, did you see air? I'm like, well, I mean, you got a point, but I know I'm breathing it. I can breathe, you know? Like,
yeah.
But, religion is tough with the with marriage, especially in the Black culture, because traditionally this is what helped us, back in the day and our ancestors and stuff. But I do think, but I do raise a lot of questions with religion especially within our marriage. But I do believe, I do have my beliefs, and she has her beliefs, which are very similar, and we definitely don't allow that to, go into effect. But one thing is though, Danielle won't go to church unless I go to church. She believed that the man leads the house, and he's the lead. He's the head of the household. So she feel like when I go to church, she'll go to church. And at the end of the day, I don't tell her not to go. That's her choice if she don't want to go. But she believed in the man being the head of the household. That's how she grew up, and that's what she rose with.
So I kind of agree with this statement. It has been a voice, for our people. to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, that was hip hop was kind of like the first thing that we had that was like, okay, this is ours going to the mass public, and it's real, and it really talks about what's going on. So I mean, everybody usually speaks their truths, which can be positive or negative. It can go either way, but I believe it is something good, something that we can use. It's definitely something that influences generations.
So the reason why it's so important to have a bank is because a lot of banks have a grading system. Some of them are A through F, some of them are 1 through 5, but these grading systems allow them to understand, based as a consumer, are you a good risk to me or are you a bad risk to me, right? Based off of that relationship status that you have, they will lend to you. And so if you're someone that's in the lower numbers or in that lower percentile, you're going to have secure cards. You're going to have to be someone that always has to pay high interest because they don't trust you as a consumer. Once you build that relationship, have really strong deposits, don't go negative, pay your bills on time, you're going to start to have your number increase, and then they'll feel comfortable lending to you. A lot of banks still play in the conservative field. A lot of them are still very, very, very careful on who they lend to. And unfortunately, within the Black community, because we don't have enough education around credit and around the importance of having a bank, we end up being the last people that reap the benefits of these opportunities.
Overall, man, I feel like for me as a kid, man, like I know we wasn't rich and we have a lot of money, but I felt like having a new pair of shoes on was everything to me. Even to this day, I don't have a lot of money. I got 5 kids. I mean, 5 kids. I got a family of 5. And right, take that back. Now I have 5 kids, but I got a family of 5. So when I'm able to get some new kicks like on my feet today, I feel good. I don't care if they're the new J's or not. So I feel like culturally, shoes just make you feel good. They just make you feel great. You can have the dingiest shirt on, but whatever's on your feet makes you feel great. So I think overall, like just for me, just the history of like where it started and how we look now, and just reading about how Air Force Ones was actually buddies back in the day, but now they're icy whites or whatever we call them now. Like, I think it's just it's a good thing that we have.
You get your weather wet.
Hey, look, Happy New Year. Look, hey, I'm here with you.
Y'all got them airplane shorties. I ain't mad at it.
Hey, I need them.
I don't feel like opening this bottle of Hennessy I've been holding on to.
You can't hold on to no Hennessy.
She must be in Columbus with B Wood.
No, she in Houston.
She in Houston for real?
She in Houston for real.
All night.
Oh,
man, which one you come on, Lord? Why y'all got them granddaddy bottles, man?
You about to be full, bro. That's so much.
Huh?
Yeah, it's over with.
Bro, you about to be full.
He's talking about me. Hold on. I got the trifecta as well.
By the end of the show,
Hurt, man, I know that ain't no bird dog, bro.
Yes, sir. I got the apple, the regular,
listen,
and the peach.
Well, you
and look, I got Jello shots from the liquor store now. They Jello shots.
I probably you that bird dog, nigga.
They selling Jello shots, man.
Heard.
But
Yeah.
I know
The nigga Anthony Dunbar drinks so much gin, bro. Every other song he drinks gin. I'm like,
what's wrong with that?
That's what I listen.
What's wrong with that?
That nigga heard like that, nigga. I swear.
What's wrong with that? What's wrong with gin?
I've never been a gin lover, bro. What the fuck is wrong?
What's wrong with that?
What's right with that?
Hey, if you ever been to his house, bro, that's all you see. Gin bottles.
No.
That's all you need.
If you ever cross under hurt, you don't want gin, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, y'all, I brought in Michael because I saw him and John. They was having differences about what happened today, and I thought it would be good because we're seeing one side of things, and he sees another point of view. So it's definitely good to have different views that we can all discuss. That way, we can have a healthy conversation today and see how other people think about what happened today.
For sure.
Well, first I gotta say my phone's about to die, so if I just stop talking, it's not because I'm leaving y'all. But,
it's all good.
No, I don't agree with what's going on at all. Not one bit. It's actually kind of shameful to anybody who thinks that is okay. And there's a lot of Republican leaders out there that have been saying this for months, basically pushing those either radical believers or borderline radical believers to think that everything that they're doing is okay. And they think that they should be able to push and they should be able to fight. And now look what happened. It turned violent. It turned, into complete insanity. And I believe every Republican, Democrat, I don't give a shit what, I don't know if I'm allowed to swear, sorry, but I don't care what leader you are. If you push your supporters to that kind of edge and they act on it, you can't be calling for peace because you're the reason why this happened. Obviously we want peace. Nobody wants this, but what I'm scared of is it's going to start a civil war. The lady that got shot, I don't feel bad for the lady that got shot because, I don't think she should have been there. I don't think any of this should have happened. When you storm and you attack, the Capitol Hill, that's a pretty big statement. And this is the second time they did that in less than a year, because they did that back when everything shut down during COVID, when they're all armed with AR-15s and all that kind of stuff. And I don't believe in any kind of hate, violence, or anything. I believe the worldwide protest that happened with George Floyd was beautiful because everybody did it and everybody did it very peacefully. And it showed the strength of what one person, I'm trying to get my kid out of here. Come on, man, move. It shows what people can do when they work together. But get out, please. Rioting, violence, all that kind of stuff to me is too far, and I will not say it's okay. And I'm not going to stand here and pretend like people don't have a blind way of thinking. If you are into politics, you can't be radical on either side, because that's how violence starts and that's how civil wars can start. I don't know about you guys. I don't really want a civil war. I got 3 young boys I got to take care of and a beautiful wife, and I don't really want to have to be a part of that.
So one of the things that I brought up earlier in the podcast, I was discussing that earlier, that it was a peaceful protest that they had earlier today. But I did feel that, Trump had moments where the way he was describing like how the votes were fraud, and the way how the voting went, and the way he just talked about people, calling them dumb, calling people stupid.
Yeah.
And that just fueled people more and more to be more angry. And I felt like after he left, it was pretty much like, go do what you want to fucking do. And then on his Twitter today, he put, this is what happens when you cheat or you have fraudulent in your votes. And I just felt like there could have been a better way to protest. I feel like he's being I feel like he was definitely being a set up for people to go in an uproar. Yeah, and I might say you spoke 100 on the thing, just put it up on the screen. But I just felt like there's a difference. Like I was explaining earlier, I'm not a Democrat or a Republican, but I do believe like what's right is right, what's wrong is wrong. And I feel like today there was a peaceful protest, and you can say what you need to say as a president, but you have to lead. You have to lead by example. Everybody's going to follow you based on what you're doing. And I feel like Trump is that person. Like if Trump say, "Hey, let's go kill a bunch of motherfuckers," I feel like a lot of people's going to follow and say, "Let's go kill them."
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure.
And
for sure.
it's almost like a cult. It's almost like a cult for him. Like
it is. So I will say this. I voted for him in 2016, and I was like hardcore all about Trump, like hardcore. Like you couldn't tell me any differently. Like I was very right-leaning conservative, and I consider myself now more of a libertarian. And this kind of started in late 2019, 2020, early 2020, where I went from, pure right-wing conservative mindset to kind of, learning about everything. And I consider myself more, like I said, libertarian. I don't know if I got to put a term on it per se, but no, and even though I voted for Trump, this is very damning, and I do believe that is a cult following. It's dangerous. There's a lot of Trump supporters out there that look at him like he's Jesus. And I don't know if you've heard of Joshua Feuerstein. I don't know what his name is, but he's basically a Christian pastor. I got 10% battery, by the way, but he's basically a Christian pastor, and he's over here calling for all this, fighting and stuff. And I commented on his shit, and I was like, bro, I'm like, you're treating like Trump like he's Jesus Christ, like he's the savior coming down on this planet, like he's not fucking God, dude. Like you can't treat Trump like he's perfect, like he can do no wrong. You can't treat anybody like that. You can't treat any politician that comes into power like that, because that is where, like you would say, a cult following would happen, and it's extremely dangerous.
Yeah. So you old school. You've been seeing everything over time, man. How did today make you feel?
Well, it's simple. Today made me feel like we are not in this world for real. We're not in this country. We don't belong here. You got Freddie Gray beat up, put in the back of a police car till he died. The police brought tanks out, riot gear, Black Lives Matter. We choked the man out on TV. They brought out riot gear, tear gassing people. They shot a dude 7 times to getting in his own vehicle. And it was people fighting with police today, and cops was running from them.
Oh, weak service, man. All right, so back to the guy. I won't bring him back on if his phone being like that, but he was getting somewhere because he old school. He gonna probably spit some wisdom at us real quick. But
right.
But the Michael guy, I mean, that was definitely a different. We definitely thank him for coming on. He threw me a curveball when he said he was going to he was switching over to the other side. Let's see if we can get John back on. John, you there?
I'm here. Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you gave us a spill on how many times people shot and people were killed, and you pretty much getting tired of the nonsense that's going on.
That's right. The stuff that we bring up, the yelling and screaming and protesting, is because somebody has done something to us. They are upset because some dude believe that he still should have his job. That's some basic stuff. Well, I should still work here, and you should tell them to everybody else that I didn't just lose my job. So y'all come here and rip up the Capitol. Since 1812, nobody has touched that building and rioted against it. But the police were running from these people entering the Capitol building, and one dude was busting a window out with a police shield. Where'd he get it from? Exactly. And only one person shot? No, come on, man. This is outrageous. We walk around here, and just because of who we look and how our skin is, we got to walk around in fear. Me, I'm wired up every day. I leave the house. I got my guns with me. Anybody say incorrect stuff about my parking space or anything, get shot in the motherfucking mouth. Excuse my language. I don't know if we could curse on here, but I'm like,
we live, man. It's wrong.
No, you good.
You good.
This shit is outrageous. You come at me incorrect. I'm not trying to shoot one of us. And I disagree with that for many years, that too many of us kill each other. But shit, I'm not going to allow you to come in and kill us too. We doing a great job ourselves, just killing each other on just the hate and the jealousy alone. We don't need to be choked out by police officers in the street. We don't need to be beaten up when we're telling you, you're doing something wrong to me. And now you're going, well, I'm going to kill you too. And it's people climbing on the building of the capital of the country that open up outside terrorists. They going, oh, these people are cowards. These people are weak. Look how easy it was to break into this building and do stuff. So now we got terrorists probably plotting to come over here and bomb that spot. You know, and what would that leave? Mitch McConnell, the next president of the United States? That's all we need. All these old cats that has no idea of what time was. If you was 20 years old in the 50s and the 60s and born in the 40s, you shouldn't have that job. You shouldn't be in charge of other people's lives because you have not flowed with the time. You have not moved with disco. You have not moved with rock and roll heavy metal in the 80s. You have not moved with R&B changing up. You have not moved with the country movement of us advancing. You know, it wasn't until the 70s when they stopped lynching us, when they made it illegal to put us on trees and hang us in public. Everybody talk about Lincoln. Lincoln was shot because they was mad because they said he freed the slaves. So the vice president set him up to get killed. Kind of shit we live in. What the fuck is going on? And Mitch McConnell, Cruz is a disgrace to his Hispanic culture. You know, vice president, Pence, I didn't expect anything from Pence anyway. All the stuff he did with the homosexuals and stopping people from getting needles and AIDS medication. I expected him to do what he did. But this is outrageous, man. I'm telling you people to weapon up. I'm not telling you to go out and kill anybody. But if people approach you incorrectly, I'm saying put their ass down.
Did y'all hear what he just said? Not that was our year to win it. That was our year to go to the next round.
Hey, baby,
hey, look.
You gotta win 3 games.
I was just happy to make it to the wild card weekend, okay?
Right.
I'm just saying, I love the transparency. I love it.
God damn, who the fuck is this? God damn.
Come on, Matt. Come on, Matt.
God damn. God damn.
Bring him on the show, please.
Who is this? Yeah, bring him on the show live. Who
Bring him on the show.
Get him late, man. Holy God. Over here hurt my feelings.
Oh, I love it.
Aren't you supposed to be preparing for a game?
I mean, he chilling, man. It's Thursday night. You know, he got the night off, man.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Oh, my God. All right. AFC. All right. What's your prediction on the Bills Colts, Marcel?
He's still going. Go to bed. Go to bed. Go attack at him. Put him in a 2-minute timeout.
Yes.
Who's more in on your Lions?
I don't got no beef with y'all. Our beef is with me. It's supposed to be me and you. Me and you.
Oh my God.
Matt, I love it. Keep it coming, please. I need some more facts. I need more facts, please.
It's a big. We're about to drop all the facts. He's going to drop all the Detroit Lions facts.
Since 2000. 20 years, you've had 9 Pro Bowlers. You're supposed to at least have 1 a year.
Now, damn it, we at least have 1.
They forced 2.
I told y'all I was filling out applications for a new team.
Oh shit, Matt, I love it. You about to make me cry. This is hilarious.
It's time to go.
You're a Tennessee Titan now.
He is. He got to be because
temporarily. You know.
Matt dropped another stat. You have to come up to Matt before you go back to Detroit. Y'all got to shoot the fair one because he's not playing with y'all.
God damn. Me and him about to go to a game and just drink a beer.
Hey, they did both retire early though. Both Barry and Megatron just was like, you know what? This ain't for me no more. Like we just go.
I'm gone.
We're just gonna leave while we still got it.
I can't take this shit no more. The Browns, we did. Oh God.
Oh my God.
Okay, back to Detroit fact.
8 and 51. 8 and 51. That's in 7 years.
Shit.
7 years. How do you lose 51 games? teams above 500.
That ain't
below. The sad part is that's after the 0-16 season. I need you here every week. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh. I might have to end it on that note.
And cut the beat. Oh, damn. Shit. Matt, I love you.
Did All-Stars?
Matt, I love you so much.
Are you serious?
Oh my gosh. This is if this is what season 2 is looking like, I love it. Oh my gosh.
Bro,
Matt, I love you. I love you so much. This made my day. Honestly, I don't even care what happens with the Steelers right now.
But
oh shit.
I didn't think it was actually possible for college team to be the NFL team.
I mean,
but clearly.
Granted, that was back in the 50s, but
stop.
I think Matt got a game. Don't you got a game this weekend? What you doing up? Don't you got to go to bed? Don't you got nap time?
Oh my God.
Honestly, Matt won the game off this. I'm changing my pick to the Bears. Not Vinatieri.
Right. The kicker.
One man. Oh my gosh.
That's bad.
I want to know where you finding these stats at, man. Like
these are facts. I'm sure they're facts.
I mean, I get it, but like, I don't know if he just got a book. Like, I'm just waiting for somebody to talk about the Lions, and I'm about to blow them down. Like, it's too much. Like, I just don't.
He said he is here for the Lions hate.
Man, listen, I love every minute of it. I love it.
It makes you not want to be a Lions fan.
Thank you to all our listeners. Make sure you check out our social media platforms and our website. Follow, like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with us. Please send us questions or topics that you would like to hear discussed. We'll see you next week. Peace.